I am sitting here in this room looking at the garden as the sun is shining through. Beautiful flowers in yellow, red, white and blue. As I'm here on my own and reflect deeply with the waves of memories passing through my mind, I think of you and I wonder what you do. As I was chatting all over the world with friends, relatives, and people I happen to know, so many express the loneliness, the boredom they feel, and yet also the joy of those moments of pure silence. There is an energy, sometimes it feels like all over the world, that when it gets quiet and knowing everybody is somehow resting or calming down, it feels like it's okay to have a break from life. And yet, some feel the loneliness very strong and deep. And are there not so many different kinds of loneliness? The loneliness of being truly by your own, or the loneliness of being with others, but not being able to really join them, to really be with them from your heart, being separated by what goes on in your mind, or physical tiredness, or emotional fatigue. There is the loneliness of not being understood and appreciated. And then there is this feeling that there might be no one else there who has gone through what you have gone through and who can truly comprehend who you are and see the world through your eyes. Sometimes we just wish to be picked up with our feelings and thoughts. Sometimes we wonder, maybe, how it will be to find or have that person with us that deeply and truly understands us, truly how we are, who gives us solace of our soul. But you know, maybe there is no one out there who can completely love you and understand you unconditionally. Maybe the only one who can do that is you. And maybe your whole life you've been running away from that, seeking out there, believing that there must be there must be someone that can truly understand, love, and be with you as you are. And maybe that made you run around, dream away, connect and disconnect, play the games and run away from the games of life and of people. But in these moments of silence, these moments of solitude, maybe, just maybe, you finally meet yourself. Maybe, just maybe, you are now ready to face who you are. And look at yourself as the being that you have somehow consciously or unconsciously decided to be. And whatever you see, joy, pain, resentment or peace, and maybe a mix of all of them. Maybe in these moments of collective solitude, of that energy vibrating in the air, globally, maybe you are able to love and forgive yourself, to feel gratitude for being where you are and who you are, and to prepare for the next step ahead. You see, love is not just feeling that joy when you see a person that you love. It's not just the urge to be with them. And love is also not absent when you are angry or sad or frustrated. It's when you are ready to walk the extra miles, to overcome whatever is in the way, either outside there or within you, to be there for the one you love. It's when you really want to give up everything and run away, to say no, I'm staying, and I give and open my heart once more, again and again and again and again. And that is how self-love works. Because you see, your soul dreams, it remembers the unlimited feeling it had once before it came down to this earth. It didn't know any limitations, and it knew the beauty, the freedom, the joy, the painless swinging in those hemispheres. And then when it came here, it felt limited. It experienced pain, emotional pain, physical pain, and the pain of disharmonious thoughts, of doubts and frustration. And it wants to break free of this cycle. It wants to overcome. But on and on, as human beings, we know we face our limits. We face the things that we call challenges or obstacles, the things that make us stop, rethink, or even use more of our drive and energy to overcome it. And maybe both. And if you look at yourself, and each time you see what feels unpleasant, negative, ugly, lazy, greedy, or whatever it is, each time you feel or see that in you, maybe in these moments of silence, you are able to overcome those, to open up, to forgive yourself and love yourself. And believe me, if you can do it for yourself, you can do it for others too. There goes a story around of the old souls, that they are souls incarnated, beings in this world who have been here many, many times, who know the story of life with all its up and downs. And maybe some of them are still a bit too young and still have to recover some of the experiences of the past lives. And at the end, for those souls, knowing is actually remembering what has been, what they knew already unconsciously. And for those souls, they have a gift. They see in you what you can't see. You see, imagine a pine seed, a seed of a pine tree. It looks like a little flake. It's so small, and yet so powerful. It grows to this huge, large pine tree. And these old souls, when they see the seed, they see the tree. And some people, when they see the seed, they just see the seed. When they see the germinated seed, the plant, the little one, they don't see the tree, they just see this little plant. And if you hold a mirror to the seed, maybe the seed will just say, I'm a little seed, I'm nothing. And maybe that little plant, when it will look into that mirror, will say, yes, I'm just a little plant, I cannot do anything. But those who know the seed and the tree, they know the tree when they see the seed. And so, these souls sometimes, they walk around and they go fishing. They see people and they see the seed and they see in them the tree. And then they tell those seeds, you are a beautiful, amazing, large, powerful tree. But those people can't see that. But somebody has to tell them, has to show them, so they remain in the soil where it's dark, patiently, until they can grow out of the darkness. And when they're small and frightened and fearful, because everything around them seems so large, to remain strong and patient and stay under the sun and grow in dry times, in cold winter times, not to give up, but to grow, to one day be that pine tree. Many of us have given up that seed, that little plant. Many of us didn't allow ourselves to grow to that pine tree out of fear, out of taking the shortcuts, taking the easy way out. And maybe in these silent moments, you will look back. Maybe you will recognize some of these people who have seen the tree and the seed in you. And I wish that in these moments, you start seeing the tree in yourself. You start believing in the beauty of you. You start meeting the glorious part of you that has always hidden in silence. Not because it wanted to, fool you, just because it's its way. You see, in nature, everything grows in silence. Only when things get destroyed, they create noise. So your true self is speaking and growing in the silence. It was you giving the attention to this outside world and losing yourself, seeking for the pleasures and little joys, and placing them above your own heart and soul. Because people around you did the same, you learned it that way. But now, where the world stands still, maybe now you give yourself that love and that respect to go inside and listen. And if there's noise, to wait until it's gone, until everything calms down and you meet yourself in the mirror of your soul, and where you can clearly say, without any doubts or hesitation, I love you. And I'm so happy that you are here. And when that marriage within of you with your own inner self happens, your world changes. Yes, you will maybe sometimes react in the old ways. It's habit, it takes time. But you know, everything has changed. Even from outside it looks like nothing has changed. Everything has changed. Because the true powerful changes, they don't happen when you are out there in the world, celebrating your glory, celebrating your victories, hustling and running. The real changes happen in those silence moments within, where your soul kisses your mind and you awaken to the true person you are. And you never ever look down on yourself again, nor on someone else. And you never ever hesitate to forgive yourself, nor someone else. And you can embrace with love and joy who you really are, even if no one else can do. And yet you can love others, even in silence, when they even don't know that you do. When your heart unfolds out of generosity, without any perspective to get anything back, but still feeling the joy of being in love with yourself, this world, and who else you decide to love in your heart. So, I wish you a great time, and I leave you in peace, and not in pieces. Bye.